Trust shattered, heart torn. I had always trusted her completely, but that trust shattered the moment I found out she was living with her cousin. We were on the brink of moving in together, a decision I had anticipated with excitement and a touch of anxiety. The lease on my apartment was nearly up, and we'd been planning the logistics of merging our lives into one shared space. It was during a casual conversation with a mutual friend that the facade began to crack. The friend mentioned seeing her frequently at a different address, one I didn't recognize but soon discovered was occupied by this so-called cousin. I confronted her, my heart pounding like a war drum, expecting her to laugh it off or provide a simple explanation. Instead, her face fell, and she stumbled over her words, trying to weave a story that only tangled her in more lies. It was like watching a car crash in slow motion, my faith in her crumbling with every fabricated detail. The cousin was not a cousin, and the tale she spun unraveled to reveal a lover. I felt a sickening mix of anger and betrayal, but what cut deepest was her apparent ease with deception. How long had she been living this double life, and how could I have been so blind? The confrontation erupted into a vicious argument, words flying as sharp and painful as daggers. She admitted to loving us both, a twist in the knife that left me reeling. Her confession bared a part of her soul I had never seen, a chasm of need and insecurity that drove her to this reckless duplicity. She begged for forgiveness, claimed she thought she could manage both lives without either of us knowing. The situation had spun wildly out of her control, and now here we were, standing in the wreckage of what I thought was a near-perfect relationship. As the dust settled, I found myself grappling with the choice, to walk away from the chaos she had created or to dive deeper, trying to understand her fractured heart. The irony was not lost on me, I had been ready to share everything with her, yet she couldn't even share the truth. In the end, the decision wasn't just about her betrayal but about confronting my own fears of being alone and my craving for connection. I took a deep breath, realizing that sometimes, the hardest person to forgive is oneself for ignoring the warning signs that were there all along.